EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Carolina defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
From the 23, here's the second down and 9. Again, it's Taylor. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right in midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Julian Blackman bringing him down. The Panthers at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And Tommy Wahatabare, the one who got in there for the sack.
A 30-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed? Were they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Cougar 19.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Richardson looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Throwing, Dalton. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's into space past the 25. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
93, 52, 93, 40. They go 3, 68.
So Dalton now. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action now, Dalton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They go 368.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And Dalton to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Sam Franklin there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back in his own 3-yard line. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton now to pass. It's caught by Sanders. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Richardson working from the gun. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That is caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Here's 2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Taylor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
79 Broncos.
Now it's Richardson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Dalton. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 8.
14, after 6. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. To return is McKenzie. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd and 10.
Go, street.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace.
And now off to the races down the right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Taylor on first down. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Play action here with Dalton. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A give running left, it's Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
He's got room at the 30, and he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time of what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Ready.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Right back to Sanders on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
93, 52, 96.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big third down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First down, Colts.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Ready?
Now a 2nd and 6. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
That was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the 4th quarter. And they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Okay,
so that
ready?
one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, here we go.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Colts, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.